Well, let's move on. And Dr. Cole, I understand that you have gotten involved with a great company, helped design a family of products that are for active people over the age of 40. People have heard about this company, Optimum Nutrition, based right here in the Chicago area, Downers Grove.
Steve, it's you've probably, if you go to virtually any store that has a supplement line, you would see Gold Standard Whey. Gold Standard Whey is probably the most popular protein supplement. And what's really interesting and what I got interested is because my patients were commonly coming to me and saying, look, what do you do from a nutrition supplement point of view, and what's good for me, and what do I really need to do? And as you know, I take care of a broad range of individuals who are super active generally, but often have one specific problem. And what I've learned over time through study and research is that as we age, especially over the age of, say, 38 to 40 years old, there are significant differences in our needs and when it comes to nutrition. So Optimum Nutrition, it was a natural company for me to work with because I knew, having seen them in the training room at both White Sox, Bulls, we know a lot of our players have been taking some of these products. I wanted to get involved and sort of do something that was synergistic with what I do every day. So, as you know, a lot of things that I do are not just surgery or not just seeing patients, but in the field of wellness, nutrition, and being active. So this was a natural fit for me, and it's something I'm really proud to be involved with.
It's ways to maximize your workout as you get older, and it's right up our alley. Let's bring on the brand manager for Optimum Nutrition. Tell us more about this, Jonathan Canizzo. Jonathan, how are you this morning?
I'm well, Steve. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. I love your FIT40 line of products. What's the importance, first of all, of exercise in this aging population? Let's start with that.
Yeah, it's a great question, Steve. And Dr. Cole touched on it there. First of all, I want to say thanks for having me on the radio station. But the importance of exercise as you age, it helps with a couple different things that older adults have challenges with, and that's specifically around muscle mass and bone density. A lot of the insights work and research that our science and R&D team did over the last 2 years uncovered and unpacked that this is something that is a growing trend with people over the age of 40 and 50, that bone density and muscle mass are decreasing as you age, and exercise can actually help prevent, reverse, and treat those losses that older adults are experiencing throughout the aging process. And so obviously as a sports nutrition and supplement company, those are always going to be top of mind for us, is how do we create and evolve products that can help meet the needs of certain consumers, and specifically in that aging adult population that needs exercise, that needs proper nutrition and proper diet to help some of those things like bone density loss and muscle mass. So exercise is super important, specifically strength training, can help reverse some of those trends that we're seeing in the older adult population.
Jonathan, I know in your role as brand manager, you're in some ways, some might say you're overqualified. I know you have a master's degree in cell biology and biochemistry, and you were a former exercise physiologist. Is that right? And a nutritionist.
Yeah, actually, that's correct. So I used to work at Advocate Hospital in the Chicagoland area, and I've done some research in exercise training as a prevention for osteoporosis and osteopenia in the older adult population during undergrad and graduate school. So in a lot of that research that we found that resistance training, proper diet can actually help, one, prevent and treat as well bone density, bone mineral density loss, and muscle mass loss. And so obviously the fit for me working with Optimum Nutrition as a leader in the sports nutrition industry was kind of a no-brainer for me, and something that obviously I'm very passionate about and excited to be a part of.
Dr. Cole, that's who I want as my brand manager, right? A guy who with
well, I just knowing the
cell
space,
biology and biochemistry,
right.
It's great.
Right. I don't know how they landed you, to be honest, because seriously, when you look at your background, and I've been working with you for the better part of a year, but we're not talking about marketing and sales and so forth, but we're talking about sort of the science and the efficacy, and why would you fill this white space with something like this? Which, obviously if I'm going to get involved, it's got to be authentic. It's got to be real. And these guys are incredibly, I would just, nothing short of perfectly legitimate. And they spend a lot of time and energy on research and development. And I've never seen that before, especially because the supplement space is such a challenging place to be in.
Again, we're visiting with Jonathan Canizzo, brand manager with Optimum Nutrition, talking about ways to maximize your workout as you get older. and they've got the Gold Standard Whey, and also the FIT40. Where can FIT40 fit into healthy aging adult population? And explain, Jonathan, for those who don't know what FIT40 is.
Yeah, so the FIT40 line of product is a line of product that, to Dr. Cole's point, we spend a lot of time researching and developing and finding a white space opportunity that, there is a growing trend that there are more people getting over the age of 40, over the age of 50 that are still physically active and want to stay in the game. They want to continue to do the things that they were doing when they were younger. They don't want to be as sore when they wake up the next day. They want to recover better and be able to continue to maximize their workouts and get the most out of it. And through our science and regulatory teams, what we uncovered and found is, obviously in the partnership with Dr. Cole as well, is that they have different nutritional needs. So the FIT40 line of products is designed specifically for that 40-plus-year-old active individual who's looking to stay in the game, looking to maximize their workout. And there's 3 key products that are in the line. One is a protein powder that includes 30 grams of whey protein and 4 grams of a specific amino acid called L-leucine. And that's it. We've went ahead and doubled the content of that to help maximize protein synthesis, to help maximize recovery in the aging adult, the aging active adult. One of the other products in the line is a collagen-based joint supplement that contains 40 milligrams of UC2 collagen. Obviously, there's a ton of research and a ton of popular media being spent on collagen and understanding its benefits and how it affects joint health. And one of the things that we know as you get older with the aging adult population, when you're active, is joint health. It's got to be there. Connective tissue, super important to making sure that people can stay in the game, can stay in competing as hard and as long as they want in the gym. So this capsule was kind of a no-brainer for the line, something that I'm very excited about seeing the performance of this one because I've heard really good feedback so far from some of the consumers that we've had opportunities to talk to. And the last product in the line is a training and performance booster. And it's another powder, and it'll do exactly what it says. It's designed to keep you in the game, to help you maximize your workouts. You can take it before or during your workout. It comes in awesome fruit flavors. It's stimulant-free, but it contains a really unique formula that'll help you get the most out of your workout and make sure that you can last as long as you want in the gym. So it's going to fight off fatigue and help improve performance.
So, Jonathan, in the FIT40 product, my question is, and I'm thinking about myself because I try to work out 3-4 times a week, some cardio and lifting weights. When do you take the FIT40, whether it's the powder or the capsule or the things the other supplements you were talking about? Is it before a workout, during, after? When is the best time?
Great question, Steve. The protein powder, we recommend either taking it in the morning as like a meal replacement as a breakfast, just because we know that high protein diets are good for satiety. Obviously, the consumers want to get more protein in their diet, or post-workout to help with recovery. The joint capsule would just be 2 capsules in the morning with food, and then the training and performance booster you would take either prior to workout or during your workout.
Yeah, that's kind of, Steve, one of the things that I think always has to be emphasized is that you never use a supplement as a substitute for a good diet. But the take-home is that as we age, we have nutritional needs, and those needs are in deficit when we exercise, and they're really challenging to satisfy those needs by basic nutrition. So hard for you and I to get enough protein without really going the extra mile in terms of what we consume.
Right.
Hard to get certain amino acids like leucine. And the issue with joint support or joint health is a critical one. I would say patients come in on a pretty frequent basis getting significant joint soreness. So it is an ongoing issue that we have. And then this issue of the energy component, which is this performance booster, which is something that I've just started taking, and I'm using it each time I do a class, and I take it literally about a half hour before I do the class, and I'm still sort of feeling my way. Sometimes it's tough to say objectively what the differences are, but I would say the reason it's better than some of the other things I do is I don't get that jitteriness that I take when I have caffeine. I don't like to have a ton of caffeine in the afternoon, which a lot of times that's what I was taking, and this doesn't have it, but still makes me feel as good. And it has creatine, which is something that a lot of us take to maintain muscle mass and help for muscle restoration. So it makes sense, and it's easy for people to understand. That's why I really have been pretty enthusiastic about being involved.
Great stuff. Jonathan, anything you want to add to that?
No, appreciate your guys' time today. Thank you very much.
Great. And the website is OptimumNutrition.com. Again, Dr. Cole getting involved, helping design this family of products. And he doesn't put his hands on a lot of stuff, right, Doc? I mean, as you
Nothing
said,
like this. It takes a lot to get me to do something like this.
Absolutely, the science behind it, and Jonathan was his credentials alone tells a lot about the company. Jonathan, thanks. Continued success with Optimum Nutrition. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back with our staple of the show, our Ask the Doctor segment. Stay with us. You're listening to Sports Medicine Weekly, only on
670 The Score.